All right, so Salakia had a phone call, and I do not know how to get my audio back. So we're gonna pick up from where we left off at Isaiah 14:1.
All right, it says, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob."
All right, so it's simple. It's simple. It said, "Hey, the Lord have mercy on Jacob, right? The elect of Jacob, right?" And like the brother had mentioned for the camera cut off, right? The stranger's gonna be what the Israelite that's scattered abroad, right? The Lord has seen worthy and deemed worthy to save as well, you know. So that lets you know that hey, we're going to what? Matter of fact, you're gonna read into it, Slakia.
All right, verse 2 it says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and
So,
they shall take."
Slakia, I'm gonna say, and who's that them? Right? These heathens, right? So it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, right? They're gonna be inside our fields, going into slavery, doing hardcore slavery. They're gonna be way worse than what we went through, right? And they're gonna be what for? They're gonna be in our land work for servants and handmaids. That's slavery, man. Right? Why these clowns saying that these heathens can be saved? No, they cannot. You got it, bro.
It says, "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors."
Whoo. Hey, can you grab me the book of Lamentations 1:21? Because it says, and because we really seen a switcheroo, right? Because what the when we go to Second Ezra 6 and 9, Esau's the end of the world, Jacob's the beginning, right? The thing that y'all had to put us through, right? We're gonna put y'all through, and worse, except for that, buck breaking and stuff like that. We ain't gotta do all that, but the
Con.
lynching and the other stuff that they done to the children of Israel, it will be done unto you, and worse.
Oh, you know Jake gonna get creative on these devils.
Hey, man, man, we go on that cherry, man. Our mind will open up so much more. Yeah, think about the Lord. Yahweh Shai he been ready to get loose for thousands. You know what I'm saying? Years, man. He probably got so many schemes in his head. He about to play out in reality. You got it, bro.
This book of Lamentations, chapter 1, and verse 21, right? 21
Come.
says, "They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it."
Ooh, they was glad that they had a piece of the children of Israel up under captivity. They was glad they had a little part in of that. They was happy to see us down, kicked us while we was down. Instead of like, oh hell nah, these wrong people to be fucking with. Get them back. Nah, y'all actually help hand in hand, right? Psalms 83. You got it, bro.
Says, "Thou will bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me."
Ooh, see, going back to what Isaiah 14 and 2, it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Right? That's switcheroo. Right? Y'all thought it was a game. Y'all thought y'all be able to what take the children down, the Israel down, kick them while they was down, right? And y'all will get the same reward that we get. No, right? Y'all would be going into slavery, hardcore slavery.
Uh,
Um, can you grab Thessalonians 1:16? And I got another one I can grab.
First Thessalonians.
Con.
So like you said,
1 Thessalonians 1:6. My bad. So like I said 16.
okay, kind
And wanted to say this is like a back to the basics lesson. Well, no, once again, these heathens will not be on the same pedestal as us. You know, there will be going to slavery. They cannot repent, right? Because like we started with the beginning of the lesson, the last continued lesson. right? They can't repent. The law's only given to a certain group of people, which is the Israelites, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Right.
You got it, bro.
It says this book is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, and ye became followers of us and
Salaki.
of
I think it's Second Thessalonians. Yeah, Second Thessalonians. I said the wrong one.
okay, this book Second Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6 is that seeing it is a righteous name with Yahweh Shem Shah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
See? He said recompense, right? Giving that payback. You know, like Jeremiah just said in Lamentations, man. You know, they're gonna be like how it was to them. Right? That I like to say that what's the man name? But the big payback. James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah. The big payback is definitely coming, right? And you would not be how would it look for half of the Edomites beating on the rest of the Edomites? That don't even make sense, man. All you other nations were going to slavery and you would get beat on by the Israelites, man.
And you saying that just made me think like, we gonna be on the chariot. You gonna have some Edomites over here chilling.
Chilling. He got all his rap sheet long as hell. He just chilling now. He was a good one.
The wicked of the earth. The wicked of the earth gonna be on the chariot with House Shot. It's crazy.
That's crazy. But see, and they go to show that they really don't even believe in Yahweh Shah, man.
Nah, they don't. They really don't.
They don't even really believe in salvation, honestly, because Yahweh Shah is salvation.
God. And first of all, they constantly call on Christ and Jesus. You rarely hear them say Yahweh Shah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they just like IUIC, man. Was there any more on that?
I can get let's see, verse 7. It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lord Yahweh Shah shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Come. So, and that says, hey, rest with us, man, right? This is why we rely on these scriptures. We waiting upon you. How about Shem Yahushua? Because we soon come, gonna give them that recompense, right? That Psalms was 140, 137. They're gonna dash their kids against the stones. That's that great recompense, man. That big payback, right? Because Lord Yahushua is gonna redeem us real soon, right? Lord willing, we are a part of that remnant, right? And He gonna change us in the twinkling of an eye. And if we were part of that 144, and we getting down off them chairs and we ready to handle business. Snatching these elites out of their bunkers, getting your Howard Shies, slaves ready for him.
It's on 149.
Yup, kind. You can grab it, bro.
It's like it.
These some friendly ass niggas. That's what they is. You just been beating your ass all your life, and all of a sudden they can be saved with you. That don't even make sense, man. They can repent. They don't even have laws. He sold his birthright. He kicked out.
All right, this book of Psalms chapter 149. It says, praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh new song. And his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord Yahweh had taken pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
That's the humble. That's that meek. What the humble ones, man. He gonna give them the salvation, right? The 144, the 1/3. You got it, bro.
It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people.
Ooh, that's heavy right there. You reread that one more time. That part. That's heavy. That's the cut right there.
Right. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people.
And that's cold cut right there. So therefore, how can the heathen be saved if the Lord just said that his people going to be what having a two-edged sword in his hand, hey, putting belt to ass, man.
Right. And then verse 8 is going into like you said, getting the elite out the bunkers, man. Verse
Mm-hmm.
8 says to bind their kings with chains
Hmm.
and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh.
Come on, you got it, bro.
Yeah, so that just shows you, the heathen doesn't stand a chance. It's salvation. The
Mm.
heathen salvation. I mean, it's like it's really like you thinking like it's elementary, you know. But that's why these guys can't be that they can't be going off that bad. They have to have took the bag.
Oh, it's evident. And if I may add, the easiest thing that to bring this out with, right, you go to the book of Revelation, chapter was it 21? It speak about 12 gates, man.
Right.
That's like the easiest thing to speak on. Uh, and I got two precepts and we can close out, bro.
Okay,
Um,
God.
I think it's 22.
What you want me to get?
About the 12 gates.
Okay, well,
Where is it
God is verse. So like chapter
at?
21.
12. Yeah, 21:12. Yeah.
This is Book of Revelation, chapter 21, and verse 12. It says, let's see, and had a high wall. So like it had a high wall, great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the 12 gates 12 angels, the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's the funniest thing. He said he's gonna be saved. What gate they finna go in? They ain't following behind me. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? They ain't following behind us, bro.
What Jake talking
You
about?
know,
I mean, it's like I don't know. Jake
you
that money
know,
can't be that good.
hell no, but that goes to show the Lord had to blind them on purpose, make an example out
Right,
of them, man.
right. That's
You know,
exactly what's happening. Yeah, how about Shimon Shah snatch the spirit from them?
hmm and like I said, it says 12 gates, right? You don't see 13, 14, whatever number, you know what I'm saying? Well, you only see what just the 12 tribes gates, man, right? From the tribe of Judah all the way down to the tribe of Issachar. You don't see Esau's gate that he can go through, you know? You got it, bro.
You want me to continue on that, or you want?
You could drop it. It's just describing the size of the gates. You can go to, matter of fact, I had one right quick. Um, This Jeremiah 30, verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Right? It's another cut. Right? These other nations will go into slavery, not not get salvation. You know, they were
Right.
spoiling us. Right? They were steady keep kicking us while we was down. You know, did you got it, bro.
Nah, you got it. You got it.
All right. But yeah, it just like I said, it's a therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, right? So that just the like I said, the payback, the reward that they'll be getting. It won't be a good reward on their behalf, but it'll be a good reward for us. Seeing them that hey, they finally going down and we're above them again. You know, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Like we mentioned in what Psalms 149. We're gonna be preying upon them folk, right? So we're gonna be running after them, chasing them down. You know,
Right.
shit, doing them dirty, man. uh, you got another one?
No, I ain't had no more.
We can close out with the book of Revelation 13, 9 and 10.
All right. Let's see. All right. Book of Revelation, chapter 13. verse 9 and 10. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right. So, just for your listeners that may be listening from that congregation, Genesis, Sakar, who are the other Israelite camps, man, that think that the heathen can be saved. You know,
Nonsense.
it says, hey, any man have an ear, let him hear. Right. If he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right. So you going into captivity as a nation, not just some of y'all. As a nation, you're going into captivity.
Right.
Um, this is the faith and the patience of the saints, man. This what we're waiting on. Excuse me. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, bro, you can close this out if you had anything else.
That was it. Well, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. We definitely had to bring this out, man. Always a good thing to get with brothers to edify the sheep. You know, so with that being said, we want to constantly give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rekakwadash.
That's
Shalom.
shalom.